All right, let me hit you with this. Silence. Yeah, it's powerful. It's been the weapon of legends, used by warriors, philosophers, and even CEOs who play the long game. But here's a question nobody's asking. What if silence alone isn't enough? Like, sure, you can sit there, keep your mouth shut, and let people fill in the blanks. But does that really cut it in a world that's drowning in noise? Let me tell you something raw. There's a strategy out there. A strategy better than silence. A strategy so next level, so under the radar, that even the sharpest minds have never cracked it. And today, I'm about to hand it to you. You're not just gonna hear it, you're gonna feel it. Welcome to Stoic Blessing, where ancient wisdom meets modern power moves. If you're tired of playing small, if you want to command rooms, shape minds, and leave people thinking about you long after you're gone, then stick around. Because what I'm about to share, it's not for everyone. It's for the bold. Picture this. You walk into a room, no words, no gestures, just you. And yet, by the time you leave, people are still talking about you. They can't figure you out, and they can't forget you. You've left an imprint so deep, it's like you've hacked their brain. That's what we're building today. A presence so undeniable, it cuts through the noise like a blade. Before we dive in, do this. Smash that subscribe button and drop a comment saying, "I'm ready to own the room." This is your first step to mastering a power most people can't even name. Let's start with what you know. Silence. We've all heard it. Silence is golden. And yeah, it's true. Silence commands respect. It creates mystery. It makes people project their own thoughts and insecurities onto you. The Stoics knew this. Epictetus said, "Silence is safer than speech." And let's be real. In a world where everyone's screaming for attention, silence is a rare flex. But here's the problem. Silence can also be passive, predictable, even weak. Use it too much, and people stop leaning in. They start tuning out. So, what's the answer? It's this: strategic presence. Yeah, write that down. Presence is silence, leveled up. It's the art of existing in a way that speaks louder than any words ever could. It's how you own a space without even trying. Let me break it down. Silence creates mystery, but presence creates power. And when you combine the two, boom, you're untouchable. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Translation? Your vibe speaks before you do. Your presence is a reflection of your inner mastery. And when you've got that locked down, you don't need to shout, post, or over-explain yourself. People just feel it. Now here's where it gets dark. Like Jedi mind trick level dark. Presence is about control. It's about being so deliberate with your movements, your expressions, your timing, that you create a gravity people can't escape. You don't just walk into a room, you arrive. You don't just speak, you reveal. And you don't just leave, you linger. People will feel your absence like a weight. Now, here's the bonus nobody talks about. Controlled visibility. This is next level. It's not just about being present. It's about choosing when to be visible and when to vanish. Think of it like this. If you're always accessible, always showing up, your value plummets. But if you're selective, deliberate, oh man, you become the rarest currency in the room. When you show up, you make people ask, why now? You create curiosity, you create intrigue, and that's when they start leaning in. Let's connect this to real life. You ever notice how the most respected people aren't the loudest? They don't flood your feed or chase your attention. They let their actions, their aura, their presence do the talking. Here's a killer question for you. When was the last time your actions spoke louder than your words? Think about it. And if you're ready to flip the script on how you show up, comment below. My actions define me. Now, let's go deeper. Controlled visibility isn't just about showing up less. It's about showing up with intention. It's about knowing your value so well that you don't have to prove it. Every move you make, strategic. Every word you say, purposeful. And here's the kicker. Presence and silence. They're nothing without action. Yeah, I said it. All the silence and presence in the world won't matter if you're not backing it up with moves that make people feel you, even when you're gone. So here's your blueprint. First, master silence. Use it to disrupt the noise. Second, cultivate your presence. Let it speak for you. Third, control your visibility. Be rare. Be deliberate. Finally, take action. Strategic, precise action that leaves people talking long after you've left. These 5 bonuses are not just tips. They're truths hidden in plain sight. Few understand their depth, but those who do often dominate their fields. They're powerful and, if misused, dangerously manipulative. Let's unravel them. 1. The art of pacing and leading. This psychological tool is often used by top influencers, negotiators, and even hypnotists. It's simple, but requires skill. Pacing. Start by mirroring the emotions, language, and pace of the person or audience. This builds an unconscious bond and makes them feel understood. Leading. Once they're in sync with you, slowly shift the conversation or energy in your desired direction. Why it works. Humans are wired to follow what feels familiar. By pacing, you become their mirror, and by leading, you subtly guide their thoughts. Danger. Use it ethically. Misusing this can manipulate people into actions against their will, which can backfire badly. 2. The strategic pause. Silence is a weapon most people don't know how to wield. It's not just about what you say, but when you stop talking. In negotiations, a pause after stating your terms forces the other person to fill the silence, often revealing their position or offering more than they intended. In storytelling or speeches, pausing before a critical point heightens tension and makes your words unforgettable. Pro tip: practice silence until it becomes comfortable. Awkward silences are your ally. They make others feel compelled to speak. 3. Anchoring emotional states. This secret is used by motivational speakers, marketers, and even cult leaders to create lasting impressions. Find a physical action, e.g., a gesture, touch, or sound, and associate it with a powerful emotional state, e.g., confidence, excitement. Repeat this consistently until the two are linked in your brain. Use this anchor during critical moments to summon the emotion instantly. Example: Tony Robbins uses physical movement, like clapping or jumping, to anchor peak states. Warning: anchors are powerful, but misusing them to manipulate others emotionally can destroy trust. 4. The power of but reversal. The word but has the unique ability to erase everything that comes before it in a sentence. Use this to frame difficult truths or turn negatives into positives. Example 1. You've made mistakes in the past, but you've also shown incredible resilience to overcome them. Example 2. I didn't like this part of your idea, but I believe it can evolve into something extraordinary. Why it works. The human brain focuses on what comes after but. Master this framing technique, and you'll steer conversations effectively. 5. mastering the hypnagogic state. Few realize that the moments just before you fall asleep or wake up are when your brain is most creative and suggestible. Use this state to visualize your goals or solve complex problems. Write down ideas immediately after waking up. Many breakthroughs come from dreams or semi-conscious thoughts. This is the state where Einstein, Tesla, and Salvador Dali accessed their genius ideas. Pro tip: keep a notebook by your bed and deliberately prime your brain with a question or problem before sleeping. The hidden danger, the dual-edged sword. These techniques are not inherently good or bad. It's all in how you use them. Remember, power corrupts. If used unethically, these methods can harm relationships, reputation, and even your mental health. The greatest strength is restraint. True mastery lies in knowing when not to use these tools. When you've mastered these, you'll not only stand out, but wield influence that most can't comprehend. But be careful. The line between influence and manipulation is thin. Master these with integrity, and you'll become unstoppable.